All right, on some TV and movie talk. Have you watched House of the Dragons?
Yes.
This season? Did you watch last week's episode?
Last episode with the yeah.
Now, why the hell that the guy, I forget his name, didn't tell the people that that was his son? That got, it's like they all know that he knows that that's his father, and the father knows that's his son, and they all beating around the bush with each other. And the bald
I
head and the bald head son, real quick before you say something, the bald head son, the bald head son, he shaves his head because he has the Ric Flair white hair. So I guess to keep it hidden, that's why he
hmm
shaves his hair like that. So they all like beating around the bush with each other. And when he wouldn't tell them, like, wait a minute, that's my son. Well, go ahead.
I think because the dad is like higher, in the hierarchy of I don't know, royalty bloodline or whatever.
Yeah.
He don't want it to get out that he was fooling around and got bastard kids out there. You know what I mean? So
It.
that's why he keeping it on the low. They know that's their dad. He know that's their sons,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't
The
want. I don't think they want other people of higher up to know.
the funny part, as you just mentioned, when what's the queen name, was talking to the worm, the white worm, and she had brought up about how nobody no, there's nobody around having illegitimate children like that, and the white worm started laughing. And she said, "Oh, that's all they seen you do down there in the hood, messing
Mm-hmm.
around with everybody."
Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Queen Renera. That's
Whatever.
that's the yeah. I'm thinking this is a good. The white worm is like a little finger. She's like the little finger, like dropping little hints and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
she's like doing that keep your friends close but keep your enemies closer kind of thing
Mm-hmm.
to her. And I thought that the other queen, the high tower other queen, I thought that she was gonna kill herself in
What
the woods. Yeah,
you want to in the water?
yeah. I thought
Mm.
she was going to go over there to kill herself because her son didn't turn against her, and that
He
now
pretty
she
much
like
he
being
he pretty
threatened.
much just said, "Go be a mom and chill out. I don't want you on the council. You're not in charge. You're not in power."
Mm-hmm. And how about the other son had boarded up the Queen of Rhaenyra's son? I don't remember his name. Had boarded up a house. Came in that she was sleeping around or whatever. And well, he was mad because all that dragon and all that stuff given away, because it's going to come to find out that he's like a bastard child because he don't have the white hair, like everybody else's.
Mm-hmm. You talking
And
about
he had
Jace?
Okay, and how he was sleeping, how she was sleeping with it with the well, the kid's supposed to be half black anyway, and they never mentioned about the son that had went away. I guess he gonna come back one day. I don't know. He went on that ship and never came back.
Mm.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
good. What was you about to say?
nothing.
Good episode. Well, good season so far. Tonight is the season finale, so maybe it's gonna come out that the guy gonna say, "Hey, that's my son" or whatever.
I love the battle. I just hated that the aunt went in the battle by herself and didn't have no help with all these dragons. It should have been 2-on-2.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, the only thing that was like when the kid and the queen had met on the beach at the beginning of the episode with the two
Mm-hmm.
dragons there,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, the special effects look so damn horrible there. That's the only thing that like threw me off.
Mm. Well, it's hard because you got these dragons that you have to try to make realistic, but you still have to focus on the actor and the actress. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Anything else you want to add on House of the Dragon?
Uh, so the one brother or husband or family, whatever, the guy that stand at the rundown castle and he rebuilding it. Is it
Yeah.
haunted? Is that why he keeps seeing his dad?
No, see, I'm thinking that the lady with the dark hair,
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm thinking I'm thinking they want us to believe that she's the one that's putting like spells on them or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking it's the I don't know his name is the big guy. I guess he's like an assistant or something
The guy that
because
was there before he came.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
every time when he's always there to like snap him out of the dream or whatever.
or
He,
right at the
he
door as soon as he freak out and shit like that.
right. I'm
But
thinking he's involved.
it could be because it could go either way. It could be because remember when he first came there, he said, "Yeah, people say this castle is haunted." You know what I mean? So he put it out
Hmm.
there, but it could be him putting it out some bullshit just so he can keep fucking with him.
Right. Yeah. Anything else? Did you watch this week's 60 Days In?
Yeah. Did I watch it? This season is so boring, it's ridiculous, and it's almost like it's fake. It's not like the rest of them.
Hmm.
This is with the girls arguing, and
Um.
it was weak. It was weak. It was like the girl sharpened the pencils and just kept, and he was like, "This all you do." And
Yeah.
the other girl was arguing at the other girl. Yeah, it was a weak. It was a weak episode.
Wide ass. And
Yeah.
and my boy Quell living like a king too. They don't have no restrictions. They got a gym they can use anytime in
Hmm.
there. They can
This got
just
to be
walk
like the
around.
weakest. This got to be like the weakest prison ever too.
Right. And
What about the guards? The guards googled his name on his chest, and now they see that he's not who he say he is.
right.
Now,
Mm,
what they need to do is they need to talk to the supervisors, and then so they can get squared away. Because if they start acting funny, then the other inmates is going to know.
right. Well, last week's episode, how about when the old lady said that she had all these diseases and she couldn't go up and down the steps, but she works out all the time.
I
She was
don't
like,
know.
ah,
Like I said, it's hard for me to follow this season because it's so dry and dull.
yes. The only confrontation it is between Scarlet and Nina White ass. Cause
Scarlet starts fights with everybody though. She got mental problem.
right, and
She's
then
arguing
Nina
with the old lady, the wide ass, the girl to give out the food. Everybody you can think of, Scarlet is arguing with.
and then Nina had went and told that they writing a report told the guard that they
Mm-hmm.
write the report
Right.
on her, and she the one that's like writing the report and shit. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
only beef on there because the men Quell ain't in the cell anymore. Daniel ain't really doing much.
The one guy, I don't know his name, with the tattoo on his chest, he was beefing about his new roommate. Man, he just talked too much. He won't shut up, but you won't tell him that.
Daniel,
You
who you
you
talking
don't
about?
even put your headphones up. If I'm with somebody that just talks too much and won't shut up, I'll just put my all right, I hear you, and then I just put my headphones on. That's a clear
Mm,
sign. Leave me the fuck alone.
right, and Brian just showed up, so he don't had nothing going on. The sister lawyer, AB, she ain't really doing anything. It's like a bunch of
Well,
people that ain't really doing nothing.
well, she was mad because the girl wouldn't give her papers that she gave her, the drawing
Right.
paper,
Mm-hmm.
and how they let her keep her piercings, her wig, all this shit. This is like bullshit.
Right.
They'd have snatched that wig off. If you can't remove your piercings, then we're gonna get somebody in here that can. They're not gonna let you still walk around with them piercings.
See, Fabian was the one that was supposed to add conflict and all that stuff, but he left early. Uh, this is a note for all the young people out there. Prison is a young people's game because you can be 20 years old, 22, 23 years old, get locked up for 10 years, and you still young at 33. Now Fabian in his 40s, and he now he supposed to be this ex-con and tough and all that shit. And he like, man, I don't want to even want to be here.
He was a nut anyway because he kept mouthing off like a little girl and shit. And then
Right.
he knew he wasn't supposed to have a tablet, but when the new guard come in there, he did some slick shit. And you can see the way he grabbed the tablet, shot right in his room, and jumped in the bed to get on his tablet. He knew he wasn't supposed to have that tablet.
Mm-hmm.
And then banging the door and yelling and cursing, acting the fool. And then the book he put him on more restrictions, so now he got to go home.
Right. Now, did you look at this week's Well, this was the season finale of Fear Thy Neighbor.
Is this with the black girl?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched it. That was fucked up.
Well, the first thing is what was up with the casting because our the real sister was very light skinned.
Light skin, right?
And then you got the show. You have a dark skinned black woman, and her daughter is white.
Well,
Now,
that's what I
what's
said. I kept saying, oh, so she must have adopted this girl because that daughter didn't come from her. So
mm-hmm.
what's going on here? It didn't add up. It didn't make sense.
Right. Well, I've seen this news report on the New York Post when it happened because I remember watching that video with the guy shooting the guy at his door. his number one thing is I would have never went to that knocked on that dude's door. If I would have seen him outside or something, I would have said something to him, but I wouldn't have knocked on his door.
Well, the military guy, he was taking it. He wasn't taking it serious like the girl was trying to tell him it's serious.
Right.
So he kept talking to the guy. Hey, like I would have never asked a neighbor, "Can I borrow your hose? Because my hose don't reach."
Yes.
When you already know that you got a problem, you do got a problem with your girl. Why
Right.
is you asking for the hose? And then, like you
Yeah.
said, to go knock, you got a problem with him, so you go knock on his door. Leave that man alone.
Yep.
And I blame the cops too because you kept letting this guy call. You ain't give him no warnings or nothing. He calling over and over and over. Then you get out there, the dogs ain't barking and nothing.
Hmm. Well, like I had told my mom, I believe that they were doing with the trash and letting the dog shit everywhere because you see what the guy had said on the report that when a dude was making up all the things about her to the HOA,
Mhm.
and he said that all the complaints were married. So the dogs
Right,
were
because
shitting everywhere, and they
now
did. She did have her trash laying out everywhere. Go
see, I
ahead.
don't see they had the problem with the trash is they was letting the trash pile up on the side of your house, and you can't do that.
Hmm.
Trash day come if you put it out there on the side of your house, okay, cool. When trash day come, it need to be gone. You can't just let it keep sitting there piling up. So because then it, like my man said, it draws rodents and rats and raccoons and all this other bullshit to start tearing up everybody's shit.
Right.
So that was dirty. And then with the I'm iffy with the dog shit because the way I feel is your dog shouldn't be shitting on nobody's property anyway. I don't care if you're gonna pick it up or not. What if I don't want the fucking scrapings that you're gonna leave after you pick it up? You know
Right.
what I mean? So take your dog to the park or take him down the street and then just pick it up. But like right now, when I'm outside and I see people walking the dog, I'd be like, and they keep it moving. Like, no, I don't care if you're gonna clean it up. I don't want your dog shitting in my yard.
Hmm.
So it, if you're gonna walk your dog to your neighbor's house and let him shit and pick it up, how about you just hold him in front of your yard and pick it up? You know what I mean?
Right. And where was the during this show, they always have like neighbors like saying that, well, the person never did anything like that or something like that. Wasn't no neighbor on this show that was saying that oh man, they ain't do anything like that. They ain't had them dogs out like that. No, they kept their trash nice and neat.
Well, the thing is, when you move to these areas like that with homeowners association in the middle of nowhere with all these white people, they don't like to see interracial shit. So
Hmm.
this little is a kid white looking? Is the
Yes.
kid, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So they like wondering like what's going on here, and they on some hating shit too because a lot of times they've been working all their life to get their crib, and then somebody move in that's way younger than them, buy the nice house on the block. So then it's, you know what I mean? Like what the fuck? So then he start hating this shit.
Well, another thing is with this show, you notice that there's adults, but no one has the voice of reason. So this dude is like always complaining and always in the yard when they having parties and all that stuff. The wife just sat there and didn't say anything.
That's always
Like,
the case, and I tell Shay that all the time. I'll be like, a lot of times it got to do with these wives here. She said I blame females for everything, but the wives don't calm their husband down. If I'm out there
right,
arguing with somebody, just come get me. If you
right,
come out there and say, "Come on in the house," I'm just gonna come in the house. If you say leave that shit alone, I'm gonna leave it alone. You're not gonna let me go in the house, grab my gun, like the episode before when the guy he said, "Hold him here," and then he ran in the house.
who is this?
This was the season before that. I mean, the episode before that. Remember when the guy was arguing? He always had his gun in his back, and then he wanted to shoot the guy. The guy was arguing with him, the construction guy. So the construction guy got in his car to leave, and his wife jumped in front of the truck, and he reached for
Oh,
his gun,
okay.
but he didn't have it. He said, "Hold him there," and he ran in the house to get his gun.
Right,
Same
right,
shit. She should have been like, "I ain't with this bullshit." No, let him go about his business.
right. And she going jump in front of the truck like she's
Right.
like she got magical powers or some shit like that.
And then
You
they
got to be
all they always on recorded jailhouse calls talking about let's make up a story type shit.
right.
Like
Same
these
thing
calls,
that happened
you
to
never
me.
learn that these calls are not being recorded.
Right, right. And then they'll have cameras, and the cameras will be used against them in
Yeah,
this
as long,
episode.
like my man
And
right here, you put the camera up and the camera got you buried.
yeah, the
You're
same
supposed
thing will happen with the Latino people.
all he had to do was go in the house and fucking delete the camera, and then it'd be his word against yours.
Yep. He was banging on my door like he was going to kick in the door, like he was like the police or something.
Here, my man knocked on the door nicely, then took two steps back. As soon as
Yep.
you swung that door open, you came blasting.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Let me ask you a question. Can I borrow your hose because that hose don't reach?
I'd be
Please,
like,
who
get
would
the
do
fuck out
something
my
like that?
face.
Right. I say, do me a favor. You can go to a hardware store, and if that hose ain't working, get a bigger hose,
See,
and
now you
that's
sound
it.
like Shay because we was watching it together. She was like, excuse me, Home Depot is open.
Right. Ask somebody that something like using my hose. No.
Now, it's one thing if we on good terms with each other, that's different. But
Right.
even with that, so now every time you want to wash your car, you got to borrow my hose? No. Go
Exactly.
buy your own hose.
Yeah, because it's never going to be a one time thing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So the next time when you need to wash and you know your car, your hose don't reach, you're going to need to borrow my hose again.
Right.
Now, do I need to leave my garage open and leave my hose on the side of my house so you can use it whenever you feel like? Get the fuck out of there. Go buy your hose.
And then it'll be something else. He'll ask you for something else too, because it'll never be a one time thing when it comes to stuff like that. Asking somebody to use their hose. You gonna got a hose in. You gonna matter of fact, you don't even have to go to a hardware store. You can go on Amazon and get a damn 100-foot hose or whatever.
Man, you can go to goddamn what's the thing? Craigslist free section and you can find your hose.
Mm-hmm. Shit. And the thing about the our Mexican people, I was saying to myself when he was outside telling neighbors, "Hey, look, he's a criminal. Hey, look, everything like that." I was saying to myself, he got a gun on him. And lo and behold, the next scene, he came. They showed him walking in the room and had a gun in his
Yep.
jacket.
They
Uh,
always do.
yeah, because people, when they do stuff like that, they'll bait you into doing something so he can
Mm-hmm.
shoot you. The same thing what happened, how he shot the guy. He came outside the house 3 or 4 times, starting with the dude. The dude was washing his car, minding his business, and he
Mm-hmm.
came outside like 3 or 4 times, messing with him. Then when
Yep.
the guy went and hit him with the hose, then he pulled out his gun and shot him.
Mm-hmm.
That people do stuff like that. They'll try to bait you into doing something so you can hit them and so they can shoot you.
Yep.
Yeah, but why are these episodes? I want the Fear Thy Neighbor people to stop splitting up seasons like this and just have it running. Hey, just have 10 episodes going on all together
Right.
instead of splitting up 5 and 5 like that because it makes the
Mm-hmm.
season so short. No, it was 6 and 5 if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 11. I think it was six earlier last year, and then it was 5 this year if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just make it 10 episodes and do it every week like every other show.
Right. Uh, did you anything else you want to talk about on Fear Thy Neighbor?
Not really, no.
Did you watch the show on Netflix called Supercell?
No, I got it in my queue because everybody kept saying if you like Power and all of them, I should watch that. Me and Shay watched the preview and they got like superpowers and shit, so that kind of turned Shay off.
Oh,
I put
okay.
it in my queue, but I didn't watch it yet.
What they say if you like Power, the TV show Power, or somebody with powers?
No, no, no. It was either Power or it was BMF. And you know how you can get the feeds on Reddit.
Right.
So people kept talking about it under those feeds. And then I was like, you know what? Let me see what they talking about.
Well, I can go out on a limb and say the show ain't nothing like no damn BMF or no damn Power. I guess since it's young black people in it, I guess that's what
I think that's the
it.
only thing, yeah, because I didn't see nothing. I mean,
Right.
they got the bull in there from was it BMF?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's BMF.
yeah. They got him on there, so maybe they like his character. I don't know. Like you said, I don't see no correlation, but I only saw the previews.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably one of them shows. I'm gonna just download the episodes from on streaming and just watch it on my phone, like on my break or whatever, or on the train or something.
Mm-hmm. Anything else TV wise you looked at?
We did start watching Clip,
What's that?
the Clippers, Donald
Oh,
Sterling.
okay. Yeah. I looked at it.
Yeah, we just started watching that.
Mm-hmm. And what's your
I wish they would have kept it real instead of him saying minorities. If he was saying nigger, just say nigger on the show. He keeps saying, I don't want you taking pictures with minorities. I'm pretty sure he didn't say minorities. Like,
mm-hmm.
it's like so clean version. This is cable network. Just say what you feel. They do it on other shows.
Right. Right. So what's your thoughts on this? How many episodes have you watched?
About 4 or 5.
Okay, so you almost
We got up to the part where the girl got the braces, but now she don't have no money because she's trying to fight the court case and getting drained.
right. Yeah, you almost at the end of it. What's your thoughts?
I like it. I think the casting was like nutty as hell. They got this little puny guy to be Blake Griffin. They got
Mm-hmm.
like a strong ass dude to be Paul. So it's just like some of these pick, and I'm looking at some of these people, even Steph Curry, like they could have did a better job with all of the casting guys. I think Lawrence Fishburne is too of a strong black man to be Doc Rivers. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Doc Rivers is all talk, but he really a pushover.
Yes.
So I don't think those are just
But
good.
he always struck me as like the coach that like a pal, like that you can drink beer with and talk shit and all that stuff.
Right,
He ain't, and Lawrence Fishburne is not coming off like that on the show.
right,
He's coming off like as an authoritative figure, like you were saying.
right. He's like goddamn the same character he played in Boys in the Hood. What's his name? His character
Furious Styles.
Furious. Yeah, he's like Furious now, but he a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Where Doc Rivers, when Doc Rivers get mad, he make these faces and he's like, "Come on," but then he let it go. He don't like get on people like Fishburne is getting on people.
Right. Right, like how he was talking to Chris Paul and them like that. I doubt if Doc Rivers did anything
Exactly.
like that. Like,
Mhm.
well, look what happened here in Philly. Like,
Right.
ain't no way he was talking to them like that.
And I don't understand how Donald Sterling bought this girl 2 houses and 3 cars, and you can just take it back like that. Like if he bought it as a gift, she should be able to keep that shit.
Right.
Now, if
Mm,
it's payments on it, he don't got to make payments, but I think she should be able to keep the stuff that he gave her. As long
right.
as it's in her name, who cares on who paid for it once it's in her name?
Hmm.
Unless when he purchased the stuff, he kept it in his name, then I can see him taking it back.
Right.
It's
Y-
hard for me to believe that a young girl that really don't got no money but so keen on adopting kids. That's I don't know how true that is or if it is true or not or what's the story behind it, but it don't make sense to me.
hmm Anything else TV wise?
Um, Nothing I can think of.
Okay, yeah. I don't have anything else. TV. Oh, you looked at you know that they got the Netflix documentary series, The Receiver. Last year was the quarterbacks. This year is they're doing a series on the receivers.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was good. And you know, Hard Knocks is out.
Oh, did I tell you we did watch Worst Roommate? It's
You
like
told me on text, yes.
yeah, Worst Roommate Ever. We watched all that. I think it was a new episode. We probably watched it. So
Hmm.
nothing really TV. Everything we watch is like the same shit.
Movie wise, I do have your movie you suggested on a flash drive with the guy. He has cerebral palsy, right?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it yet. But I have it on my flash drive.
One of my coworkers just got finished watching it and she wanted to talk about it. We kept texting back and forth. Then I said, no, you know what? We can talk about it at work. And she was in and about. She got her way of thinking. She got her way of thinking, and I got my way. All of us are kind of different.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Shay thinking is almost similar, but different from what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just let you watch it, and then we can talk about it after you finish.
Anything else movie wise?
Um, Shay watched Bad Boys yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I was here; it was on, but it's hard for me to follow. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like. And Michael watched it too, and he was telling me he didn't really like it. It was just okay. What I'm trying to tell him is I like action movies to stay in their lane. Action movies are action movie. I don't want my action movie to be a comedy. I don't want my horror movie to be a comedy. I want my comedies to be comedies. So when they start
Mm-hmm.
intertwining and there's so much like somebody trying to shoot your head off, you got time to crack jokes. Just see, I don't like that shit. Even though it's a movie, I don't like that.
Right. No,
And
I
it,
agree. I understand.
and boy, that Michael Bay, he never changed. Boy, all his movies, just everything just got to be blowing up nonstop every scene.
Right. Anything else movie wise?
Movie. Nothing I can think of.
Y'all didn't watch the Beverly Hills Cop.
Shay put that on, but I don't think neither one of us watched it.
Okay.
She never saw 1 and 2, so I was like, "Why are you putting this on if you ain't see 1 and 2?"
Oh shit! No, that's a hell of a way to start off. You
But
need
that's what I was
to
trying to tell her. Well, you know,
at least
she's younger than us, so she don't know nothing about this stuff.
right. At least the first one. You should at least see the first one before you jump in
So
and
she
this.
watching it, and I'm trying to tie in the story to the characters and stuff. Then I was like, you know what? You know, this is a pointless for me.
Right. Because it's this is the fourth Beverly Hills Cop. At least, like you said, at least one and two, three you can kind of skip. But in this fourth one, I looked at like the first. I may have looked at the first 20 minutes of it. It wasn't bad. I just looked at the first 20 minutes of it. It's starting to get into the plot or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But goodness gracious. I tell you, that's funny how you talk to people of they're adults and all that stuff, but you talk to people about past shit and they don't know. Like I told you about the girl that didn't know that Marky Mark was a rapper. Yeah, shit like that. And she like, what? I said, yeah, you ain't
Mm-hmm.
know he rap? Like, no, all I know him is being in movies. I'm saying to
Mm-hmm.
myself, you got to be kidding me.
Yep.
Well, Lord, the movies I looked at The Machine. Bert Kreischer, is that the comedian name? Bert Kreischer is like an arena comedian or a stadium comedian, whatever is the top comedian, which you would call it. He's the one you had to see pictures of him. He's the one that always takes his shirt off.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but go ahead.
He's a podcaster also.
What's the
He's
name?
The Machine.
No, no, no. What's the name of the comedian?
Oh, is it Bert Kreischer? Kirshner. I know his first name is Bert, and I guarantee you, if you Google Google him, a picture going to show up with him with his shirt off. He always has his shirt off with his belly hanging out or whatever. I guess that's like his gimmick. So the machine is about him. He was in Russia during the '90s, and he was doing a whole bunch of shit like mafia shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the one of the mafia's bosses watch got taken. So they had came to him. Now he's Bert Kirshner, the comedian. They came to him and they kidnapped him. They kidnapped him and his father to go help him to get his the watch back.
Was it good?
For a comedian, for this to be a comedian or a comedy, and he's like one of the top comedians, in the country.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Hold on, let me break it down. Hold on, I'm about to give it to you.
You sure know how to drag it out like a female.
For a top, no, because I gotta say this
So
part.
you say no. You say what you do is you say I'm gonna give it a blank, and then here's the reason why I'm giving it a blank.
No, yeah, I'm giving you the reason first. As for a top comedian, this shit ain't funny. It was nothing to laugh at or chuckle with. So I'm gonna give this a damn 3. I kind of waste my time looking at it, but when you start looking at it and you already in
Get all
20 minutes
invested in
into
shit.
it, yeah, and the movie's only like an hour and 30 and 40 chains long, it's like I might as well just look at the whole
Right.
thing then.
So I do remember him, but the only time I see him is on the roast all the time, different roasts.
Yeah, yeah, he does. Yeah, but he's like one of the top comedians, going to top podcasters and all that stuff. The machine, you could skip it. The shit ain't funny, and he could have found another better script or whatever. Uh, I looked at Silent Night. Did you look at Silent Night? Silent Night is a John Woo movie. It's about this came out last year during Christmas time. It was about these gangs were having the gang wars when the father was outside playing with his kid, and
Mhm.
they just rolled up and just started shooting at each other. His kid had got caught in the crossfire and died, so he had chased them down, chased the drug dealers down, and they shot him in the throat, so he couldn't speak. And he had plotted his revenge to kill the drug dealers on Christmas Day. No one spoke in this movie because he couldn't speak. There was no dialogue in this movie.
Well, what the hell?
Yeah, there was no dialogue in this movie. The only thing you can already know what's going on by like body language, how somebody feels or whatever, by the
Mhm.
looks on their face and how they body language. As an action movie, they gave it a shitty review on IMDb. But as an action movie, I didn't think it was that bad action wise. There was a lot of good action in the movie. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it probably about a good. I give it maybe like a good 6.5. But it wasn't. I didn't think it was. They gave it a shitty review on IMDb, but I didn't think it was all that bad all along. I watched Retribution by our boy Liam. Liam, I hate blacks. No, he didn't say I hate blacks. He wanted to kill the black guy if the black guy attacked somebody, right? And he said, if I go
One of
outside and I see a black guy, I'm gonna kill him.
one
What
of,
he
one
say?
of one of his female friends got raped by a black dude, and he was so pissed off. He was thinking in his head, I can kill a black person right now or some shit like that. That's what
Mm-hmm.
happened. And he never said like I was going to kill him, but he was like I was just so mad. He's saying that because he don't know at the time he didn't know who did it. So if he
Right.
walking down the street and he see a black guy in his mind, he thinking, "Damn, I could kill him. Is he the one that did it? Rape my friend like that."
Mm-hmm.
So I understand where he coming from. He probably shouldn't have said it with everybody being so sensitive in the world today. But I don't blame him because if a fucking white dude beat up my wife and raped her, when I see a white dude and they didn't catch him, when I see a white dude walking on the street, I'm thinking like, could this been the motherfucker that did it too? I'll fuck him up. You know what I mean? So I understand where he's going with it. I don't think
Mm.
he's racist or nothing like that.
Well, it was about he was a bank executive, and they was doing like shady shit,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody had called him. His kids was in the car. Somebody had called him and said, "Well, look, it's a bomb under your car. If y'all move and get out the car is going to blow up." And he was trying to make him do stuff like get his
I
money
know what you're
out.
talking about.
Oh,
Me and
you
Shay
didn't?
put. I didn't watch it. I can't remember what happened, but we did put it on. We never finished it. Maybe we put it on at like 1 in the morning or something and wound up passing out. But we definitely started watching it. We never went back to it.
Okay. Uh, good thriller. Would you call it a thriller?
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
good little twist at the end of it. I give watchable. I give it a 6. Some
Hmm.
Saturday, wasn't doing anything. Put it on. Yeah,
Most of his movies hang around the little 6 area
right. Because they all like the same.
because he's the same character pretty much in everything.
Right, right. Uh-huh. Yeah,
Y'all
that's
done
it.
this. Y'all done this to my family, and now I gotta fuck everybody up. That's pretty much his. Anytime you need somebody like that, he's the guy to call, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it for me and movies. But no NCAA for you yet, right?
No, I didn't get it yet.
Oh, come on, sir. Join in the fun.
I told you I was getting my ass kicked all week trying to get this damn TV connected.
Did you get it?
I mounted the TV soon, and I checked that everything was good. As soon as I put the TV on the mount, it shifted a little bit, so now it's crooked. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Now I already got these holes, so I move it to a new spot, lock it in place, same thing. Because it's one of them arms that you can like kind of move the TV almost any direction you want.
Yes.
So I'm trying to move it in all the directions in case I want to do it this way, but then it keeps shifting. So I'm like, fuck. So now I'm putting the extra screws in there. I get it. Then I run a long HDMI all the way down to the thing is not working. I buy a splitter. The splitter brings both pictures to light, but I lose sound on both TVs. I'm like, well, what the fuck? I'm playing with the settings, couldn't figure it out. I called Lou up. Lou like, yeah, it's probably some bullshit splitter. You gotta get another splitter. I'm trying everything, switching out cables. Because first I had TV signal on both. I had a picture on both. Then I couldn't get the picture to come back. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll buy another splitter. Buys another splitter. Still don't get nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? The other splitter gave me a picture. Now I can't even get the picture on this. It would drive me crazy. So I'll take a break. Then I'll come back the next day, fuck around with it, take a break. And it took me like a week. What I did was I wound up buying another HDMI cable, a long one, so I didn't need no connectors. I didn't need the splitter on that other end, and ran it that way. And then it finally worked.
Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to mention?
Nah. Well, we can talk about that off air. It ain't nothing big.
All right. You can reach the Judgementals on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube at PNL Judgementals, Instagram at the two underscores Judgementals, or you can email us at pnljudgmentals@gmail.com. All right, then.
All right. Peace out.